moon, get your ticket now. Everybody line up, get your tickets, we're going to. Did you buy the tip? Yeah. Do you like rocket ships? Oh, what a yeah. You wanna try this shit? Yeah. We got everything you need, you better buy some bitty now. Everybody, long the Ponzi. Everybody, long the Ponzi. Love the Ponzi ride. Never short it. Bitcoin's back, alright.
All right, indeed. Welcome to SirToshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. Today's date is Tuesday, the 29th of June, 2021. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down. So let's just jump straight into it. Here we go, rock and roll. I know I went through these figures yesterday, but you know, when there's change in the price and all that, just keep an eye on these things, you know, keep up to date, see what's relevant, see what's going on behind the scenes. Here we go. So moving from left to right, we've got Coin, we've got Bcrash, we've got Bitcoin, which is the original protocol, which makes it the true Bitcoin, the real Bitcoin, the genuine Bitcoin. Yes, indeed. That's what we want. There we go. The original protocol right from the Genesis block. Has the protocol changed? No. Has the ticker symbol changed? Yeah. Because these guys have altered it. They forked the protocol, they changed it, but they socially engineered control of the ticker symbol. It's absolutely outrageous. So before we continue, let's just have Pete McCormack explain exactly what I've just said there. So take the floor, Pete.
Bitcoin is so different now from when Satoshi was here.
Exactly. That's why we call it Coin, because it's not Bitcoin, Pete.
It's a completely different project.
Yeah, it's nothing like Bitcoin. It's not a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It is not a commodity. Cash is the most liquid form of money. Money has to be a commodity. A commodity has to have value in itself. It is not a fiat currency. In order to make it a commodity, it cannot have a central point of authority or control, which is why Satoshi Nakamoto, aka Craig Wright, designed Bitcoin with a chain of signatures. The signatures is what holds all the users and developers on the network to account, which means that no one single party has control over it. And this is why Blockstream implemented SegWit on the 24th of August 2017, centrally controlling BTC core coin under their control, crashing its fundamental value to zero and turning it into an absolute shit show. But they told everybody not to use it and that you're not meant to use it. Yeah, right. You've got to be kind of like intellectually challenged to actually believe, or to be as gullible to believe that. Unbelievable.
It doesn't matter who Satoshi is anymore.
Yeah, because Coin is nothing like Bitcoin, so it's got nothing to do with Satoshi Nakamoto.
Even if Satoshi came back, I don't think he would just be immediately welcomed as having this God-given right to decide what happens with Bitcoin. I think he would have to earn his right back into the project.
Why would he want to earn his right back into the Coin project when it's nothing like Bitcoin and you're not meant to use it? There was no way he'd want anything to do with it. It's ridiculous.
Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
What, like it wasn't before? Did you even read the white paper, Pete? Let's have that one more time.
The project Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Are you sure about that, Pete? Because it didn't sound like it to me. And Roger, let's hear your aspirations for your project.
And we're going to really spread Bitcoin Crash across the entire country here in Antigua.
Yeah, good luck with that, you buffoon. And Roger, what do you say to all those multinational corporations who say they need a regulatory compliant monetary system in order to conduct billions, if not trillions of dollars annually of global trade and international commerce?
The ones that say that the blockchains all need to be legally compliant about everything all the time, just go use your Visa card.
Yeah, like that's going to work. And Craig, here we go. We know that you are Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin. Can you tell us, what your expectations are of Bitcoin in terms of the value that it's going to represent for the world? What is it you want from it?
I want Bitcoin not to go up to 10,000 or 100,000. I want it to be worth millions per Bitcoin.
Sounds good to me, mate. Count me in. I will gladly stick my foot in and help it along. Sounds brilliant. So, kind of like when you strip it all down, is that the sort of like motivation behind it really at the end of the day, behind all of this development, putting all these transactions on chain, all this data on chain, making it usable for the entire world so that we have data sovereignty, is that it?
That's it. And that's what we spend money for. Very simple.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm not even going to bother looking at Amory's coin. Shout out to JPabs in the house. So we've got hash rate, 0.8%. Going up. Good. Network nodes 1.6. Transactions 43.4. Corecoin beating us. Never mind. But look at the block size. Absolutely beautiful. 81.7. Loving that. So we'll just have a quick chat with Michael Saylor here so he can tell us what we want. So Michael, when we're studying Bitcoin, what is it we want from it? Can you tell us?
Big blocks.
Yeah. What size?
$100 million chunks.
Nice. Whereabouts?
On the blockchain.
Now we're talking. Great stuff. Let's have a look at these blocks then. Oh, look at this. Good. Nice size blocks coming through. 7, 60, 27, 6, 32, 6, 12, 8, 13, 6, 2, 2, 7, 1. Amazing. And Amory's coin, struggling to get over a kilobyte. And how many blocks do Bcrash have over a megabyte today? None. They have got no blocks. They have got no blocks over a megabyte. Shocking, not shocked. And Corecoin, do they have all their puny 1 megabyte blocks filled? Yes, they do. Never mind. So hash rate, here we go. So hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative, and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you apply creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. When something is useful, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. Love it. Proof of work by network again. Corecoin, Bcrash, Elementary Cash will fall into their own footprint because they're Ponzi schemes, because that's what Ponzi schemes do. They crash overnight. Bcrash Bitcoin hash rate, who cares? Bcrash Bitcoin proof of work, who cares? It is currently 32,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Corecoin, which is cheaper than all of these other shitcoins as well. And it is currently, look at it, it's 14.5% more profitable to mine on Corecoin than Bitcoin, but shows you the competition for it. Look at that, competition is rife for a genuine Bitcoin. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network. Let's have a quick look at this proportionally. Look at that. Amazing. So average block size on Bitcoin 18 megabytes compared to Corecoin with 1 megabyte, Bcrash half a megabyte, and eCash, is that 4 kilobytes? What a joke. And daily Bitcoin transactions by network. Bitcoin winning. Transactions per block by network. Corecoin just winning. Never mind. Fees you see. So this is fees in the block. But again, you can see that Bcrash have got an issue with their transaction fees because it doesn't correlate to volume of transactions on the network. Fees Satoshis, again, they've got issues. Again, block reward ratio, they've got issues. But this is to do with the fees in the block and the block reward ratio. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network. Let's have a look at this on a large scale. Enlarge that a little bit. There we go. So where are we? So we have now got Bitcoin 396 gigabytes on chain in comparison to Corecoin, which is 358. Amazing. Let's have a quick chat with Craig, the creator, to hear about expectations of Bitcoin. Here we go.
We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks.
The entire chain in one block. Amazing.
We've tested 1 million transactions a second.
Love it.
and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes,
Amazing.
like scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Absolutely amazing. High frequency trading, complex trades, all derivatives, just everything that happens globally. Amazing. It is the world's first ever commercial internet. Absolutely amazing. Blows my mind every time I think about it. And let's just check this. The chain growth. Look at that. We are 40 gigabytes in front of Corecoin. Love it. Love it. All right, let's go on with the politics here. So we've got global hash rate 7 days. Yeah, let's see what's going on at 24 hours. Again, all these miners moving their mining operations are going to affect this over the next few days. So this is Corecoin, going to look similar to global hash rate 24 hours because it is, after all, 96.3% of it. There we go. Let's have a look at B crash. Oh dear, these shitcoin enterprises. Pfft, shocking, shocking. There is no value in this chain whatsoever. It is an absolute, complete and utter waste of energy and time. Crazy, but you know, shitcoin is shit for brains. That's why we say it. And there we go. This is Bitcoin. So this is the only protocol that has any fundamental value. Literally the only one. Which is why, you know, somebody was saying, oh, what about 50% attack? There is no 51% attack. You are either mining the protocol and you are processing transactions, or you are not. If you 51% attack the network, it means that you change the protocol of the network. You'll effectively cause a chain split, and then you've got to persuade people to mine your chain. You know, tell them that you think it might be valuable, even though you're wrong. So it doesn't really matter. When you look at all these chains, this is the only protocol with any fundamental value. And those fundamental value, the traits that make it fundamentally valuable are: 1, the chain of signatures holding everybody accountable; a fixed supply; a locked protocol; infinite scale; and in proof of work for competition. And this is the only protocol that has all of those 5 pillars of decentralization. All the others are effectively securities and centralized projects. So this is the only one you can keep an eye on. So at the moment, these mining entities are just simply, you know, squeezing the shitcoin enterprises off the chain. So it's not really worth them mining it. But that's because they don't know that the other shitcoins that they're mining have no value, because they just don't understand it. So all they understand is price manipulation, which we will look at now in the short positions. Here we go. Where are we? So short positions open here. So again, I mean, look at the price increase, but I mean, the short positions were 89%. So the price went down, and the short positions are now 91%. Honestly, shorting Bitcoin is just absolutely hilarious. It cracks me up. It cracks me up because I mean, they're just going to get wiped out, like literally, totally wiped out. Brilliant. Serves them right for shitcoining, really. Right, let's have a look at Corecoin. Here we go. So again, I mean, the short positions shot up, then they went back down, but short positions are still like 6%. Oh, look at that. So effectively, they've doubled. Short positions are now doubled. You know, cracks are starting to appear. You know, 6% short ratio on BTC Corecoin. Oh dear, oh dear. Shitcoiners aren't going to be happy about that, are they? Ooh, funny to keep an eye on though. Right, and let's have a look at Bitcoin blocks live. Here we go. Let's refresh this. Way, look at that. Oh, that was 130 transactions per second. Now looking at 71 transactions per second. Oh, and maintaining it off 32. Going down a little bit. These might be transactions backed up on Bitcoin blocks. No, maintaining it. 32 transactions per second. Oh no, 26. There we go. But for any, look at that. So it's unrecognized. 94%, 95% unrecognized transactions. You know, that, if you ask me, I'd say that's a large corporation testing it. Look at that. Maintaining 23 transactions a second. You know, I remember looking at that. It used to be like maybe 4, 5, 6 transactions a second. Now we're sort of up to 20. Loving that. Oh, let's come down 18. But for any newbies watching the show for the first time, because there will be many, sooner or later. The vertical rectangular blocks at the top of the screen are the transactions being recognized by the mining nodes on the network. Now, as soon as a transaction is broadcast, they're picked up by 50% of the mining nodes instantly, and they're thrown into the memory pool. And the reason they're picked up instantly is because Bitcoin is an ultra small world network that looks like this. This just simply means that as the size of the network increases, the density of the links goes to 0, making it ultra small world, and highly sparse respectively. It also basically means that the original network formulation can lead to an improved topology against malicious attacks. You know, it's just a phenomenal system that Craig has designed. I love it. I love it. So once the transactions are recognized by more than 50% of the mining nodes on the network, they're thrown into the memory pool, which is when they're competed for by the miners and payment processors in order to create a block, put the transaction within a block, and then place the block on the blockchain, which is when they're rewarded with the Coinbase data, otherwise known as the block reward, otherwise known as freshly minted Bitcoin. Shout out to Keith Fellows in the house. I did ding you a dong after yesterday's Satoshi TV show. So in the highlighted rectangular box below, you can see the hash of the block height, who it was mined by, size, the time, the date, the transaction count, and the total fees in the block. And we will now listen to Laura Shin explaining the significance of fees in the block. Take the floor, Laura Shin.
So, you know, as you mentioned, at a certain point when the block reward stops, there will be a transition where miners will be compensated in transaction fees, not in the block reward. And the current amount that they earn is from fees is about 9% of the block reward. And so we'd have to see transaction fees 11x by roughly 2140, which is when the new Bitcoins will stop being minted. But I just wondered, you know, if we don't see an increase in the amount of transactions that can happen at layer 1, because the number of layer 1 transactions is limited. And right now, I feel like a lot of the scaling is focusing on layer 2. Can transaction fees 11x in that time, or will that require people to pay a lot more per transaction?
Over the next couple halving cycles, we should see it start to predominantly be the value that is compensated to the miners in the block reward. If Bitcoin is the world reserve currency that doesn't have a strong security model, like there's not a lot of monetary compensation in the block reward due to transaction fees, well, then its long-term security will be weak. If it is the world reserve currency, there will be very, very many layer 1 transaction fees.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like you think it is possible that the amount in transaction fees will maybe not be enough on layer 1 to replace the block reward when the time comes.
Absolutely, there won't be enough to replace the block reward when the time comes because it's been purposely restricted. Do you honestly think 7 transactions a second is going to service and financially sustain all of this lot? It's a joke. But this is why businesses can actually build their businesses on the Bitcoin network, because it's all these servers, you know. So it just means businesses don't need their own private servers anymore. They can build everything on the Bitcoin network. It's amazing. This is why Craig said we can literally have everything that happens globally. You know, all these high frequency trading companies that you know, sometimes lose billions if a programmer has made a mistake on their own servers. They just simply build it on Bitcoin. You know, it's just amazing, blows my mind every time. And here we go. BitInfo charts. So where are we now? Bitcoin with 11.4% of the overall transactions on the utter shit show. And talking about shit show, we'll just listen to David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, explaining that XRP is a load of crap.
The XRP is a digital asset. It's censorship resistant. It's publicly traded. It trades on the XRP ledger. Ripple does not own or control the XRP ledger in any way.
Bullshit.
So how did Ripple then get all the XRP that it has? It has about half the supply. So just how did that particular transaction happen?
Good question. How did Ripple end up with half the supply?
So the way its design works is when the ledger first began operation, the 100 billion XRP, all that will ever exist, were sort of up for grabs.
And remind me to have a look at the economic theory of up for grabs.
And lots of people grabbed XRP out of that system, but it just so happens that obviously, just like early miners mined, huge amounts of Bitcoin before the public knew about it or was using it, early XRP users grabbed large amounts of that pool of XRP. And so the people who developed the ledger wound up with, the vast majority of it.
Let's have that one more time, David.
The people who developed the ledger wound up with, the vast majority of it.
And Ethereum, the developers knew it couldn't scale.
It scales somewhat.
It hardly scales at all.
Plans or initial thinking. We knew it wasn't going to be scalable for sure.
Yeah. And transactions, 24 hours, 3 years on a log curve. There we go. Yes, that is Bitcoin in the purple. Amazing, amazing. Scaling test network. All right, just checking the figures. Alrighty. Steve Shatters on Terranode. Take the floor, Steve.
We have run this across all 10 nodes, and I have actually seen volumes in excess of 100,000 per second. I wasn't quite brave enough to try that one today, live on stage. But there we have a real-life example of a Terranode that is able to scale. If I had more time, I would show you one that's actually running at a steady-state capacity and show that it actually can continue for a long period of time without any problems.
Beautiful.
For reference, we don't think that the Bitcoin SV software would be able to handle a validation rate like that at this point in time.
All right, and then listen to the roadmap.
By the end of this month, we're hoping to actually have alpha versions of Terranode listening on the mainnet. They won't be trying to produce blocks. They'll just be listening and processing peer-to-peer messages. We'll also build, we have built scale testnets, global scale testnets for the Terranode specifically. We can't do this on the scaling testnet because we'll crush it. Because we have proven that Terranode can scale, we've proven what Satoshi always said about Bitcoin. Bitcoin can and does scale. Thank you very much.
Amazing, Steve. Amazing. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Trends.cash. Let's look at see who's doing what. Relay X. Relay X. Right, Relay X. Look at that. 61%. I'm tracking by money spent. What is going on there? Something massive is going on there. My goodness me. I mean, the TDXP app is massive, and yet really it's 61% of apps ranking by money spent. God, I really need to look into that. Wow. Apps ranking by performed action. Crypto Fights 23%. Router SV 15. B Drive again. Yeah, I mean, we'll find out what all these all these applications being built are very soon. Very much looking forward to that. Crypto Quant, yep, exchanges have been cashing out their reserves of BTC because they know it's absolutely load of crap. The selling of their reserves has crossed with the increase in the teleprinting, which has caused a massive spike in the price due to the squeeze in liquidity, and it's caused a massive bubble. It's not looking good. What is on chain? Good question. What is on chain? Look at these transactions coming in. Estimated next block size 11.19 megabytes. Current memory pool usage 24 megabytes. Love it. So this is the memory pool. Look, oh, I just missed a massive block earlier. Look at that. Wow. So yeah, this is what a memory pool is meant to look like. Data comes in, then it gets cleared. What it's not meant to look like is Coin BTC, which actually looks like a swimming pool. And let's see what effects it's actually had on the network. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So let's listen to Adam Back, the CEO of Blockstream, and his expectations of a payment network.
Fee estimation in some cases is quite bad. If you're paying a friend, you can probably afford to wait 4 hours and not pay a priority fee.
Oh, shut up. And Vitalik, so they've currently got a median transaction fee of $87. 87 cents. What do you say to that, Vitalik?
The Internet of Money should not cost 5 cents a transaction. It's kind of absurd.
Yeah, so what's 87 cents a transaction then, Vitalik? Care to explain yourself? And our own issue that we're dealing with here with excessive money printing, what do we know about that?
Statistical analysis has found that every time an empire begins to near its own demise, you'll find that its currency will be debased.
Yeah, it's not looking good. So knowing that Bitcoin is the only thing that can save us, how are we feeling about it? CoinGecko, 75%, that's all right. That's an A star, loving that. Morning run, a 24-hour trade volume, 8,354. Stay away from this, people. Move fast and break stuff does not mean breaking the law. Let's have a look at the depth charts. We've got 5.8 million asks versus 6.9 million bids. Current price of $160. Nice. Let's have a quick look at what the price chart looks like. Ooh, holding strong, holding strong. Let's have a look at Bitfinex here. Price charts for genuine Bitcoin. Oh, yeah, upsy downsies. Holding strong, loving that. Let's have a look at Corecoin. There we go. Oh, well, so Corecoin sort of shot up a little bit. Look, trying to follow Bitcoin basically. By the looks of it, traders desperately trying to hold on. They're like, "Oh, we can't let people realize that this is a shit coin." Oh dear. All right, let's have a look at Bitcoin versus Corecoin then. Oh, yep, holding its own. Loving that, loving that. And CoinCrap, so Corecoin up 3.8% in the last 24 hours. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, up 21%, yeah. I mean, look at all these shitcoins like Aave, good grief, Shiba Inu. Honestly, it just goes to show you the mentality that's out there in society, honestly. It's, you know, it's fiat currency is what has made the majority of the world just like dumb, like really dumb. You know what, Filecoin, Tron, I mean, Tron is like pre-mined, it's like XRP and Stellar. Unbelievable. You know, Solar, like, what do they call it? They call it proof of history or something. Absolutely insane. You know, remind me to look up the economic theories for proof of history. Yeah, like that's going to work. Dogecoin at 6th. Oh, please, please. And let's have a look at my viewers. Oh, so still 578, 36 in the last 28 days. Ooh, it's going down, but we'll get more. We'll get more when the time comes. Let's have a look at the performance of my videos. 58 in the one that was released this morning. 143 for yesterday's chart show. Nice one. 159 for the Calvin Ayre article. Cool. Loving that, loving that. All right. Let's, I'll tell you what, while we're here, we'll have a quick look at CoinGeek. Yes, indeed. Look at Kurt Wottock's interview with Stephen Matthews. That was over 5,000 yesterday. Let's have a look at this. Should come up in memories, maybe. No. Because I delete all my cookies all the time. Here we go. Right, where is it? Videos. There it is. Oh, 5,400. 5,430. Loving that. Loving that. Alright, and Streamanity. Hey, yesterday's video on the result of the copyright case in the High Court. Revenue $1.60. Thank you very much. Hope you're enjoying those informative broadcasts that I do. Love it. Still 290 followers. If anybody would like to subscribe, be much appreciated. And let's have a look at Twitch. So I've still earned $113 on there. Try earning that anywhere else. Look at this. Cranker just posted this. Sam Samawa said there's one other important thing they've done. Not delisted BSV. That's why Calvin and his Twerk team continue to attack Bitfinex and Tether vehemently. Without an exchange where traders can short BSV, they'd be able to pump it easily. I mean, what a joke that is. But it just goes to show you that's what's going. That's what's going on. But have a look. The cult of pathetic arseholes. The Copa. Brilliant. Let's have a look at Twitch new users over the last 24 hours. Have a quick look at this. Have a nosy. What's going on? When this comes up. 32. That's right. Heading in the right direction. 421 followers for me. And let's have a look at Ruthie's tweet on Twitter. When this comes up. Here we go. RUTH. Here we go. Ruth Easman. 966. There we go. We'll have to like that one. And let's check out our man Satoshi. 79.3 still. That should be well over 80,000 by now. And stablecoin printer, last but not least, Any USDT being printed? No, look at that. It's all USDC. One scam follows another. Dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, there we go. Right, we're up to date with the figures. Hope you enjoyed the show. Shout out to JPaps, Keith Fellows, KP Dad. So, Toshi, would you consider doing the next BitStocks podcast? Yeah, I would, but obviously kind of not really a fan of showing my face. I've got plans, so that I will reveal to my inner circle of what's going on. But got a few interviews coming up over the next few days. Let me just check my diary. I'll tell you who I've got. This is kind of cool. Patrick Thompson booked in. Patrick Thompson booked in for 1st of July. Loving that. And quite an important meeting tomorrow with a VIP, which would be quite good. So, right, hope. And say Cosmodo9 is in the house as well. Samsung, current girlfriend is stolen from his friend. He's worse than scum. Yeah, absolutely. Right, guys, 32 minutes. Oh, there we go. Hope you enjoyed the show. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.sirtoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.